was the sound of a pentaoctatripasaurus. It's the first no theme week! Yay! At first I was thinking I was gonna have a theme, but then I decided we don't need themes. We're not gonna have a theme for every week. And so, no theme week for the win. Do you want to see something really cool? I got my own Christmas tree! How cool is that? I'm so excited. And I have all these little mini ornaments like this little guy. How cute! And I had so much fun with this. And I even have my little tree topper, little shoe. Yeah. My favorite ornament on my tree by far is these little nutcrackers. Their mouths actually move. How cool is that? So, a couple weeks ago, I went to Half Price Books with my dad, and I actually found a copy of like the original Winnie the Pooh book. Well, not the original. It's still really old though. It's like from the 30s or 40s. And it is so cool, and I was so excited to read it. Yeah. It's so cool. Let's see. Publication 1946, so pretty old. It's really weird to read his writing though. It's very strange. He capitalizes a lot of weird things. There's a lot of repetition too. There's one sentence towards the end that was really funny. It was, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so there's this really long sentence. Should I read the whole thing? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read you this whole sentence. In after years, he liked to think that he had been in very great danger. In very great danger, they capitalize the beginning of each word. Okay. During the terrible flood, also capitalize. But the only danger he had really been in was in the last half hour of his imprisonment, when Owl, who had just flown up, sat on a branch of his tree to comfort him and told him a very long story about an ant who had once laid a seagull's egg by mistake, and the story went on, rather like this sentence, until Piglet, who was listening out of his window without much hope, went to sleep quietly and naturally, slipping slowly out of the window towards the water until he was only hanging on by his toes, at which moment, luckily, a sudden loud squawk from Owl, which was really part of the story, being what his aunt said, woke the Piglet up and just gave him time to jerk himself back into safety and say, "How interesting, and did she?" When, well, you can imagine the joy when at last he saw the good ship Brain of Pooh, Captain C. Robin, First Mate P. Bear, coming out of the sea to rescue him. Christopher Robin and Pooh again. Longest sentence ever. And this bookmark came in it. It's a piece of wrapping paper. It's very Christmassy, so I felt it necessary to use it. Oh! This belonged to Elva Cottonelle. I think I like this more than I probably should. But I grew up on Winnie the Pooh, and having never read the original book, it needed to happen. And I have like an old one that smells old. It really smells old, but it doesn't bother me because it's so awesome and I enjoy it. So there you go. Hopefully this video will be a little shorter than my others because I seem to have this habit of going on and on and on and yeah. My videos are always longer than Glenna and Travis's, so I'm just cutting it off here. One more thing. Tigger is not in this book. Tigger's like a vital part of Winnie the Pooh, and he's not even in this book. Like, did Disney just create him because they're like, oh, we need a hyper ADHD character? Oh, I think that's what happened, and it makes me sad because Tigger is my childhood and absent from book. Yeah. That was not the sound of a pentaoctatripasaurus, and it was probably not very beautiful either.